Now joined by the Gettysburg Bullets, we're joined by head coach Peter Toner, as well as Murphy Hoey and Jackson Barroll, following their 14-12 win over Washington and Lee to move on to the quarterfinals of the 2025 NCAA tournament. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement about today's victory.
Yeah, we're just excited to pull that one off. I mean, you go up 10-3 at halftime, and you can use whatever cliche message you want to, play a full 60 minutes or this game's not over. And, Washington Lee just got so much talent, and obviously that was the case. I mean, they scared the heck out of us there in the second half, made a tremendous comeback. Credit their guys. I mean, they just never gave up, and I think it's a credit to their coaching staff and certainly all their seniors and all their players that they just kept battling. And they were as close to winning that game as possible, and we just made, one or two more plays down the stretch that kind of iced it.
What was one of the biggest differences that helped you guys jump out to such a big lead in the first half, just like you did in the regular season matchup?
Yeah, I think we neutralized faceoffs. I think we did a nice job against their man-to-man defense early. And I actually think we had some answers for zone as well. We kind of knew that was typically their game plan, to start in man and bounce into zone. And I thought our guys, just shot the ball really well. We also capitalized on a lot of scramble, unsettled type situations where they maybe weren't totally settled, and I thought our guys had the confidence to throw the ball to the right guy, and certainly finished really well in their goalie, who, at the end of the day had 23 saves. So obviously we got to him in the first half and not so much in the second half.
Jackson, when the offense is moving like that in the first half, what were some of the big keys in terms of getting the quality looks and being able to convert? You finished the day with 4 goals and an assist.
Yeah, well, I think all those goals came assisted, so all credit to my teammates there. Also with, on the run that they went on, going up 10-3 and then them, bringing it in, I think, within 2. All credit to leadership of Jack Dunn, leaving number 11. He really got us together, and we got to hold him off on that.
Murphy, for yourself, you got tested quite a bit in goal as well. You finished with about 17 saves. When you're seeing the ball like that, especially in the first half, to shut them out in the second quarter when you know what type of offense they possess, what does that do for your confidence, especially when they're making a run in the second half to try and make it interesting?
I mean, honestly, with the run that they had, I think you just got to keep resetting every time, every shot, every save. Just go back to what you know and go back to the game plan.
You talked about face-offs being an important juncture in the game. Kind of neutralized it in the first half. In the second half, when they went on that run, what was going through your mind, Coach, and when you're seeing them win face-off after face-off time and time again? Yeah,
it's kind of it's been a challenge for us all year. We've been playing multiple guys. We actually played a guy today who hasn't really played at all this season. So, ground balls in the middle of the field are going to win and lose games, and I think that we had our fair share at a number of them, and we just didn't pick it up. And then, obviously, their face-off guy can get out the front. He's extremely athletic, and he's capable with the ball on his stick, so he can put pressure on you. He can score, force your defense to rotate, and, now put the ball in the hands of your attackmen, who are all really talented. So, he's a nightmare. There's no surprise he's a top 5 face-off guy in the country, and he's had his way with us pretty much every time he's faced off against us, and today was the same. So, lucky to get out of there with a victory and survive it, but we're excited about the next round next weekend.
Game got down to 1 goal at 2 different junctions of the game. You guys scored 2 quick goals at the beginning of the fourth to push it back up to 3. They eventually brought it back down to a 1-goal game with about a minute and a half left. And then Jack Dunleavy scores his only goal of the game, but a timely one from the senior captain when you need it most.
Yeah, sometimes you just need one of your leaders to step up and make a play. And I know at the other end of the field, we're leaning a lot on Frank Barbera, Andy Marquet, Will Headley, our other 3 captains. But Jack stepped up and made a play late in the game that, kind of gave us the confidence that, okay, we got enough of a lead here. But even then, it still wasn't enough. I mean, that's such a dangerous team from the face-off X. So credit to Jack just making a play, having the confidence to shoot that ball. I know they went back to man-to-man, which I think helped us a little bit. And at that stage of the game, you kind of have to get the ball back. So he made a play, and thankful that he did.
Up next for you guys, the top-ranked Jumbos of Tufts University. They advanced with a win over St. Lawrence. It's hard to kind of flip the focus that quick, but you have a date in the quarterfinals next Saturday against the number 1 team in the country. Just your initial takeaways when you see how the bracket plays off and that you're playing for another week.
We're just excited to have another week of practice. So we'll get to Tufts certainly over the next couple of days. We're going to celebrate this one and enjoy it. Obviously, they're the defending national champs, the number 1 team in the country. We haven't crossed over with a lot of their opponents this year, so to be honest, I haven't watched a lot of their games. We know they play fast. We know they're very talented. We know they like to play a certain brand of lacrosse. We're going to have to get to work this week and, show our guys what they need to see to prepare for that, but also continue to focus on us and the talent that we have and play our style of lacrosse up there. And we're just excited to have another week of practice with this team.
Well, Coach, congratulations to your entire team on advancing to the quarterfinals for the second time in 4 seasons, and best of luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.